Fellas, we're back coming off of UFC Serbia. The most finishes, most first round finishes on a modern UFC card. Crazy card. Honestly, felt like it went insanely fast. A lot of commercials. Obviously, got to fill a lot of time. But I'm not complaining, man. A bunch of first round finishes. Won some good money. We're gonna go through some of the fights. It took some notes because they're honestly so quick. It was hard to remember. But we're gonna start at the bottom. Luciano versus Marina Spasic. Luciano gets an easy sub, round one. Moving on. Jovan Leka gets a good win against Alexander Popek. Just destroys him with a body kick. He's gonna be pissing blood for a week, man. That was so loud. It was kind of losing up until that point, but turned it on with a kick, and once you make contact, it's almost done. Um, Immediately shut the lights off. But moving on, Nina Milicevic gets a round one TKO against Haley Cowan, who is now retired. You may remember her getting slept by Aline Pereira or whatever her name is. Alice Pereira, I'm not sure which one. What did I write about this one? Oh yeah, another body shot TKO. That's right. So good win, good knockout win. Haley Cowan, not the greatest of opponents, but it's all good. Moving on, we got Rebecca finally gets a win against Cal Prepelec, gets the round one knockout. But man, that was kind of tough to watch, man. Prepelec is a victim. We've known this the entire time. Rebecca ground and pound landed probably 120 punches in ground and pound. Couldn't really finish him until 4 minutes later. I'm not too impressed, man. I'm not too impressed. Rebecca like 2-4 in his last six, something like that. We'll see. Next up, Bogdan Greg gets the submission over Dennis Bazooka in round two. 100% of tap, bro. I don't know what this guy was complaining about. Double tap right on the leg. Bogdan Grad said he couldn't feel it, but man, the adrenaline's rushing. You got the choke locked up. I don't see what Bazooka's trying to do, man, unless he's trying to just create some kind of controversy, maybe look like you want not got to win, but like look like there's some controversy, and UFC gives him another shot. But definitely a tap. And if he didn't tap then, he was locked up, bro. Another 20 seconds. I mean, it's a good night. Next up, Borislav Nikolic versus Mark Vologdin. Bro. Vologdin got his shit beat for 15 minutes. And at the end of the fight, bro, he is choked, face into the canvas, unconscious. And somehow this not counted as a finish, bro. He got up to find out that he lost via decision. Nikolic ruining everyone's parlays. Everyone on YouTube said this guy was King Von in his prime, but he can't finish Mark Vologdin. Apparently, no one can finish Mark Vologdin, a 5'3" lesbian in the bantamweight division. But you know what, man? That's okay. I would have won a lot of money. My boys would have won a lot of money if this guy just did his job and got a finish. But it's fine, man. You know who did their job? Michael Oliveira went out there and tapped Oban Elliott on the nose, just barely grazed his nose with a jab and just flatlined him. Goes out there, gets 25 unanswered shots while Oban Elliott is on the ground, and gets the finish. Good shit. I'm excited for this guy. He looks like a tank. Moving on. Tofik Musayev gets the knockout win over Ludovic Klein. Plus 225 underdog for Tofik Musayev is kind of disrespectful, man. I had Tofik Musayev on my parlays. I had him on straight bets. Won me a good amount of money. I'm not the biggest Tofik Musayev fan, but he's been getting more exciting as he's fought. Had that headbutt, but bro cannot stop cheating. Grabbing cage, nut shots, back of the head, whatever, man. This guy cheats, but good win, good exciting win, I guess. Moving on to the main card. Noah Gugnon gets a win over Milos Janicic. Never heard of either of these guys in my life. Milos Janicic throws a kick that lands on Gugnon's elbow, and he destroys and explodes his foot. And then Gugnon, instead of standing up when the guy goes down, he decides to get on top of him and submit him. That's fine, man. Get a round one finish. Still fun. I don't think either of these guys are going to go anywhere crazy in lightweight. But yeah, he ruined the first Montenegro fighter's debut in the UFC. It is what it is. Next up, Speaking of ruined debuts, Vlasto Chepo gets slimed out by Gilbert Urbina in round one in Big 2026. Goes out there, swings like a tard, misses every punch, and Urbina lands a right hook across and fucking sleeps him, bro. You lost to a 7-5 fighter in the UFC. Uh, I know he was blasting roids on the regional scene, and obviously UFC piss tests. So, not going to work out too great, but you kind of expect more from this guy who is supposed to be, again, another killer. And he's facing Gilbert Urbina, again, 7-5, and somehow still in the UFC. If he got knocked, I mean, this was a layup, bro. If you knock out Gilbert Urbina, you keep going. Urbina's cut, and now you got to give this guy another UFC contract, and I just don't like that. But that's all good. Moving on. Dusko Todorovic versus Robin Valentin, easy submission round one. He was kind of piecing him up on the feet too. This was a good win from Robert Valentin. We're finally starting to see him come out of his shell a little bit. We'll see where that goes, but good sub. What did that? Let's see. What did I write about this one? Oh yeah, it was just 40 reversals on the ground until Todorovic threw his head into a guillotine. All right. Well, next up we got Rakic versus Tybura. Stinky shit fest of a heavyweight fight. Rakic cut him, bro. Cut both of them. Tybura is a fat blob who blobbed around the entire time, and Rakic never wanted to commit. He wanted to range until a decision. Barely threw anything. Turn-based combat, one punch every 30 seconds, and Rakic then fence pushed this fat blob up against the cage for the last 4 minutes of the fight. Gets on the mic, asks the crowd to chant his name after winning a pretty much split decision. I know it was unanimous, but it was a split decision. I think Tybura could have won that, honestly. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Worthless fight. Don't care. Moving on. Light heavyweight co-main bout. Navajo Sterling gets the finish over Jan Blachowicz. Good win. Jan, buddy. It's time to hang him up. It's time. But, bro, he popped him with a jab and got a knockdown on Navajo Sterling with a jab. But I don't think getting knocked out in round one by Navajo Sterling bodes well for the rest of your career. I think we're gonna have to call it after this one. Navajo Sterling, good win, I guess. He was already ranked ahead of him in the rankings, but give him Khalil Roundtree. I don't care anymore. Let's smash this guy with Khalil Roundtree, see what happens. Navajo Sterling finally looking ready for the top of the light heavyweight division. Moving on, Medić gets the knockout win in 30 seconds against D-Rod. I'm tired of this fucking prison story, bro. I'm so tired of this shit. This was the easiest money that anyone could have made. Was it Bet365 that had it going over 1.5 rounds? If you put money into that, you're an absolute sped. Medić was obviously going to get this one done. Rodriguez looking anorexic after coming out of prison, man. You can't blame him. He's 40 years old, spent 8 months in prison. But I'm just really tired of hearing about this. I'm tired of hearing about this excuse. And I guess, good win for Medić. We'll see what he can do in welterweight. Very competitive division, but good win. Good win. I'll leave you with this one, this last image of the fight night. And we're moving on to the stinkiest shit fest fight night you could ever see coming. But we'll get there later this week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.